Hello and welcome back to my YouTube. So we are back at Nova City. Today, again, something a little bit different. So on Wednesday I finished my routine with Emma Hindman. It's not completely set in stone, so after today there will be things that I've taken away from the session that we may incorporate. So today I'm meeting a breaker. I have never done breakdancing. I'm probably going to break myself. I've never done breakdancing in my life. I've never really done dancing as such. I've done more just gymnastics, acro based stuff. So it's going to be something very different for me. So he's going to take me for a full session. He's going to teach me like the basics, and then he said we're going to progress through and just kind of then cater towards what I kind of want to put in my routine. So yeah, we've just met Nathan. I've just had a little chat with him and gave him like the lowdown. So we'll go back in and kind of show you guys the basics of breaking, and then it'll go through to like a few more technical things. It'll progress through the session. But yeah, so it's something a little bit different. There's going to be lots of fails because I've never done this before in my life. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So let's just see what happens.
Okay, so with breaking, it's a dance first and foremost, so that's where the foundation of it comes from. So everything we do is, it has a feeling, it has a groove to it. So it's not a case of when you step, just be stepping, it's a case of the whole body movement that goes with it to help you really feel the funk with it. So with breaking, what's really good about it is, like with a lot of art forms, it teaches you to generate momentum, but then momentum just dissipates. Whereas with breaking, it teaches you how to sustain that momentum and keep going. That's how come we can keep spinning and doing all that crazy stuff. So we'll start off with just some basic top rock steps, and then from there I'm going to teach you some go downs, so different ways to get down to the floor, and then some different floor moves, and then we'll do some freezes and some poses, and then get upside down on your hands. Yeah. Okay?
Sounds good.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll just start feet shoulder width apart, and this movement is called an Indian step. So start. Okay, so go step, jump back to the middle, step, jump back to the middle, step, middle, step, middle. Yeah, good. So with that then, so within that, again, you can be really free with your arms. Yeah. Like the most basic is crossing your wrists and stepping with your arms out. You can have them just like chest height, or you can have them higher if you want. You can have them lower too, but you never want to have your toes off the floor, so you look a bit like a farmer. You never want that. Yeah. Okay. And our weight, as you can see, I step forward, so my weight goes onto my front foot, so my back foot peels off the floor. Yeah. And then I jump back to the centre. With a classical kickball change, you kind of keep your weight in the middle. You go like, it's like you just like dipping your toe. With a breaking version of it, your weight goes to the side with you. And change. So if I show you again, so we go. Kick, so my whole hips go out to the side, come back to the middle. So kick, change, kick, change, kick, change, kick, and change. Okay? So it's always a hop first, we go kick and change. Then we kick this leg and we hop on this foot. Kick. So so we step out again. Yeah. So we kick this leg. So whichever leg goes out, that's the leg we kick. Yeah. Kick and change, and we kick this leg forwards. Kick and change. Good. Kick and change. I am not going to get this. Yeah, good job I'm not breakdancing. You'll be surprised like how quick you'll pick up. Like you'll go to sleep, you'll wake up the next morning, and be like, oh, actually it's much easier. Yeah. With hip hop culture, it's all about being in your body. Like if you spend a lot of time looking in a mirror, you're projecting and just looking at a projected image of yourself, and you're not inside yourself. You're looking at an aesthetic rather than focusing on a feeling. And so with hip hop, it's all about the feeling. So like that's why sometimes we don't have gorgeous lines, because we're more focused on it feeling right and it feeling good.
The thing is as well, that projects over into bodybuilding. So a lot of people when they pose, when they're standing in the mirror, they'll do their poses in the mirror. But that on stage, when the judges are looking up at you, is completely different. So when you're posing in a mirror, the mirror's directly in front of you. You actually need to pose down. So when you pose it, you lean forward rather than up. So if you practice completely in the mirror all the time, when you stand on stage, that then looks completely different. And also, like you said about the feeling, so the feeling of you standing in the mirror, if you don't know what it feels like to not look in the mirror and do the pose, you're not going to know how to do it when you've not got the mirror there. So it does, that sort of thing kind of projects across to both sides.
No, you're right. And if you want to look at synergies again from what you're saying with the leaning, that comes in with the Indian step, how we lean forwards on this part. So then for your audience, you're already leaning downwards rather than, because a lot of people when they learn they're like this.
That was me.
Yeah. But you want to be down, and that'll actually bleed into when you're actually, posing for your audience members as well and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, damn. You gotta be, girl. That's it.
The only thing I can do.
Looking good. There is another step similar, which is called a salsa step, and that is literally just going. Look how you've done salsa.
Yeah.
And your hips go like that. So again, it's the same thing, but it's just without the kick. So you can, for example, just go side, middle, side, middle. So you take your body out a bit. That's it. Turn. Go here with the hand. So you go out, forwards, out, forwards. That's it. Yeah.
Your arms are going all over the place.
So it's just called the drop or the crunch, where we literally just drop down. Boom, like that. So our hand goes kind of like next to our hip, like slightly behind. We don't want it really far back, so it just kind of goes just slightly behind our hip and then back again. Yeah. So just go from here, push our hips forward. Boom. Easy, right? Okay. So next one we've got is we're going to go jump, push our hips forwards, touch both feet, and then we're going to land with our knees bent, hand crossed. We're going to jump, cross, down. So one more time, slowly. 1, 2, 3. Jump, cross, down. Yep. 5, 6, 7, and jump, cross, down. Gotta go back. Yeah. Gotta lean back. So the next one is we're gonna do a corkscrew. So with a corkscrew, you're gonna do an Indian step. So you can step here. Pretend both feet nailed to the floor. You're going to spin 360 degrees. Make sure your ankles crossed, not your knees. So I spin down. So my ankles are crossed. My knees are up. Yep.
How did you even get down there?
Just pivot. So I step here.
Yeah.
So you may need to shuffle your feet slightly. That's fine. Keep going. Keep turning. Bend your knees. That's it. Your hands in front of you. Good. Then from there. Good. Then from there you go. Crisscross. Yeah. Fine with breaking, we have loads of poses as well.
Yeah.
And so we hit these positions like boom, just give you a moment, like style. So if anyone was to take a picture, you always look fresh. Here we go. So with hip hop, good toes is flexed, naughty toes is pointed. So it's the opposite to gymnastics, yeah? Right, so in, switch. Okay, now right leg goes back and forwards. It's really important to let your hands place on the floor before you kick your leg out. So in, switch, out, in, switch, out. Go back in, and then from here we switch. Yep, good. And then switch, yep, then bring it in, out, yep, both toes are up.
I feel like a Russian.
Yeah, so it's like Russian.
Come on, please do it again.
Here's a break. You do it, Russian. I mean, you can do whatever speed you want to the beat, to the rhythm, and again, you can pose in any position. But really and truly, it's like this. Yep. 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Nice. Yeah. So again, get that thigh towards the face. So at the moment, you're going up and this thigh is staying here. So you want to bend this muscle here. So it's really about that.
I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm up.
So again, I'll tell you what, reach this hand out and try and kick it for now. So if you reach this hand forwards and try and kick it. Then that'll activate this leg to go fully over again. That's better. That's just a nice easy shape to do. Yeah, that's it. Nice. When breakers do, for example, a handstand, we use a crunching technique. And what this crunching technique does is it's kind of like we fully extend, and then we start to push as we're extending, and then we bend as we crunch our knees into our chest. It pulls us up to a height, so we fly up. It's like, I'll go here and just extend. I can do it, but it's just slow and it just takes long. Whereas if I use this crunch method, you go up like that. Yeah? So if you just do a handstand with crunch here, just focus on that's the end point you want, that's the end position you want to be in. So just get used to that for a second. Crunch. Yep, and now get into that position.
Yay! Is that it?
Yeah. Told you, easy,
That's
right?
so much easier than I thought. I thought it was something really complicated.
So I can go from here, put my forearm down and just press. So I can go so here, I put this forearm down here, and then I extend to that position, yeah? So boom. So I go from here, zoom. Yeah, here. Oh shit, it's horrible.
Did you have your hand out to the side?
Yeah, I've got Simon as well.
Do you turn like on it so that you're at an angle? You know, because obviously counterbalance and stuff, I don't know if you need to be like
because you're already crunching like that, that's all the counterbalance you need. As long as your legs are wide, that's all the counterbalance you need. Yeah. I'm out of practice with it. So yeah, try it. So just put your hand on that.
Try it. Try it.
And it's just pulling the floor. That's all it is. Just keep that foot. Just turn it up. So keep turning that hand, remember? That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, that's us all wrapped up. I hope you enjoyed it. Just something a little bit different. I just want to say massive thanks to Nathan for coming in and helping. It was a massive help, and obviously it's very different from gymnastics. So I hope you guys have kind of taken away the different kind of style that he was kind of bringing, the freestyle and things like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon in the gym.
Do the hand thing.